Okay, so I tried to record this in a TikTok app, but I don't know, it's just not like in my front face camera. So let's just record this as is. This is in response to the video that's going around about the infertile wife confronts her husband because she just found out he had a baby. He has a 3-week-old baby. All right, so we're going to assume one important thing. We're going to assume that they found out that she was infertile after the marriage. Because if she told him that she was infertile before the marriage, and he knew that not having his own biological kids was a deal breaker, and he married this woman, then he just 100% evil. Let's assume that he did not know, and then, they wonder why they can't get pregnant. They go to the doctor, she's infertile. As an infertile woman, I feel her pain. I have never been, and most likely will never be pregnant. I will never give birth. I will never have my own biological children. I am adopting children, my nieces, and I've raised those same children for all of their lives. So I feel like a mother. People know me as a mother. I acted and role as a mother, will continue to for the rest of their lives and for their children's lives be a mother and a grandmother-isk role. But biologically speaking, I do not have any children. So that's my perspective. This is why I had to make a post on this video. But let's get back to the couple. So after they found out this news, she's devastated because he really wants kids, and he told her, I really want kids. And they say, okay, let's talk about options. Options being a couple things. Option could be adoption. Option could be surrogacy. Options could be just not having children. And you know what? They had these discussions, whatever. So not having biological children is a deal breaker for this man. So in his heart, he is so conflicted that he decides one time that he's going to go cheat on his wife one time, allegedly one time. He's going to go cheat on his wife, and he's going to sleep with this woman. She knows what the situation is. Her job is to get pregnant. So he goes and do that. He gets this woman. He cheats on his wife. He says it's one time, and she indeed gets pregnant. And 9 months later, in 3 weeks, a baby boy was born. His son. Okay, so this is why I said the word allegedly. Because number one, this baby mother felt comfortable enough to contact your wife on Instagram and say, hey, this my son is yours. My son's father is your husband. Number two, when he looks up like, oh, like, how dare you confront me? I told you this was happening. I told you this is us. And then she was like, well, if you felt that way as your deal breaker, you divorce me. And he's like, well, I don't want to marry her. I want to marry you, but I want to marry you, but I want to have her as my baby mother too. I want to have other kids with other women too. You didn't even embrace that with me. We could have had a surrogacy, which is your sperm, your biological kid, and someone else's egg, and it's very clinical. No cheating involved. We all know, but instead you felt so, which he has 100% the right for, but you're so, this is your deal breaker, that instead of talking to me about this, you decided for me, you decided that I was going to accept this because I'm your wife. You decide because I should accept this, I should feel guilty about this because I can't give you children. And then it's going to be okay because I just did it anyway. And I did it one time. And just because I wanted to have a child. The audacity. If the audacity had a visual representation, this would be one of those visual representations, not like a kid dictionary that says, this is a banana. And you see a banana? His picture would be that audacity. Like, this is his picture. Audacity, his picture. That picture right there, that picture I'm going to share with this video. Because you didn't even try to consider what she was thinking about. And then your reaction was, duh, I don't want to marry her. I want to marry you. So I want my cake and my eater too. And okay, you may want to adopt kids, but there is other options for that, like surrogacy. The same thing you tried to do. Oh, she's just a surrogate. You only slept with her one time. Her role was to have a baby. She's a surrogate in your head. But instead of going officially, that's why I say the word allegedly. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Because there's an intent to mislead somebody. This contract is not valid. You have to give reason where, in order to be valid, you have to have no reasonable defenses in there. It has to be, everything was you gave the right information, the offer was made, I accepted the man, I have the capability to make the decision, and then I did what I was supposed to do in order to fulfill that contract. I paid the money for the service, I got married to the man, whatever. You, on the other hand, stick it upon yourself and say, hey, no, I'm not going to, because I feel like this. This is not what I want, and so I'm going to do this. Oh, you can't have a baby? It's okay. I'm going to have a baby, and look, I'm going to have you too. And you're just going to deal with it. Because you're my wife, of course. Of course. People take this word wife and really, some people take this word wife and just destroy it. Destroy it. Absolutely no value to that. Because a wife and a husband are partners. It's a partnership there. And then there has to be some kind of communication. But you said, hey, I don't care how you feel. I don't care what your decision is. I'm going to make this decision, and this is what it is. And as my wife, you have to stand by it. And I say the word wife like that because I want to make that, if this is written, it'll be bold and big capital letters. Because people stress that word when they want to guilt trip you into submission of your wifely duties. Oh, I could yell at you at the top of my lungs, but if I snap back as a wife, oh, I'm not being feminine. I'm not being submissive. But you just yelled at me at the top of your lungs. But you're not being a wife. You're right, I'm not being a wife. If that's what a wife is, I refuse to be a wife. And you know what? I'm 40. And so now I feel like I should start doing things that are in good of my long-term, the rest of my life. I need to start making those moves. I did the first half, and now it's time for the next half. And I don't know how long that next half is going to be. It might be 2 years. It might be 50. Who knows? But I need to start doing stuff to promote the longevity of that half, including physically, emotionally, spiritually. And I thought about, me being habitually single, mostly single. I still believe in marriage. I still believe in that whole blah, 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 blah. Not the whole ceremony anymore because I don't have the people I want there. It's not going to be there. But I still believe in the idea of marriage and a husband. But beforehand, I always said, well, I'm 40 now. I really don't want to have kids at 40. But I wouldn't take that opportunity away from my husband if he didn't have any kids. I wouldn't say, no, we can't have kids because I understand coming in late, and I understand coming in late at an age in marriage. I can't give him that, shut that down. But now, even also having a puppy, like I can't go through that all over again. I can't. And so now that's a deal breaker for me. Like I can't, I'm not having kids. Like if I had kids because, oops, we had an accident. Hell, we had an accident. But like intentionally me having kids, no. If you have kids, and I'll welcome them into our home. I'm great with that. I love that idea. But me physically having kids, starting over with a 1-year-old, no. That's the same thing as you going out and saying, let me go, well, you can't have kids, Candace. You're not going to physically have the kids, but I'm going to go sleep with so-and-so, and now I have a 1-year-old, and you're, no. No. That's the same position. Ooh, Jesus. So, this is our first, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in comments. What do you think? Is she wrong? Is he wrong? Am I wrong? Let me know. Bye.